Today we're diving into a showdown between the new 2025 Honda CB1000 Hornet and the new Kawasaki Z900. Both pack inline-4 engines with only a tiny difference in displacement and come with similar price tags. So, which one's the perfect match for you? Let's find out. The Hornet produces 151 horsepower at the crank, 26 more than the Z, and also leads in torque with an extra 6 Nm. On paper, the CB seems faster in every way, but when you consider the peak RPM, the Z's lower revving engine gives it a slight advantage in the early to mid-rev range. Not by much, though. That said, the Z will run out of steam sooner at the top end compared to the Hornet. What's surprising is that despite being the bigger bike, the Hornet is actually lighter, though only by 1 kilogram. With its huge horsepower advantage, it also boasts a power-to-weight ratio that's about 21% higher than the Z. The new CB1000 Hornet doesn't share its engine with the CB1000R, which still uses a 20-year-old power plant derived from the 2004 Fireblade. However, the Hornet continues Honda's tradition of repurposing older superbike engines for more affordable naked street fighters. This time, it's powered by a detuned 2017 Fireblade engine, a 999cc liquid-cooled DOHC inline-4. Meanwhile, the Z runs on a slightly smaller 948cc liquid-cooled DOHC inline-4, with both bikes sharing similar compression ratios. To transfer power to the rear wheel, both feature a 6-speed transmission with a slip-and-assist clutch. The base model Hornet is available in 3 colors: Grand Prix Red, Pearl Glare White, and Matte Iridium Gray, while the SP model comes exclusively in matte black. As for the Z900, it's offered in 3 color combinations: black with a green frame, gray with a red frame, and gray with a black frame and wheels. Meanwhile, the Z900 SE comes in graphite gray with a green frame and green wheels. Both bikes come with ABS brakes, but the Z takes it up a notch with a more advanced system. Its ABS and traction control work alongside an IMU that reads real-time cornering feedback and adjusts braking and engine power for smoother transitions. Ride-by-wire throttles, power modes, and wheelie control are available on both bikes, but the Hornet offers a separate wheelie control setting, while the Z's is tied to its traction control system. The Hornet also provides engine braking settings, which the Z doesn't have. On the flip side, the Z includes a quick shifter and electronic cruise control as standard, whereas the base model Hornet only offers a quick shifter as an optional add-on, and cruise control isn't available. Both feature a full-color TFT dash with Bluetooth connectivity to your smartphone. The Hornet gets a new perimeter steel frame, with Honda claiming a 70% boost in torsional rigidity compared to the CB1000R. Meanwhile, the Z900 still features the same trellis steel frame as before. Both the standard and SP variants of the Hornet share 41mm show as separate function forks with adjustable preload, rebound, and compression settings. On the other hand, Kawasaki is less generous, as the base Z900 gets a 41mm KYB fork with only preload and rebound adjustments, while compression adjustment is reserved for the SE model. At the rear, the standard Hornet is equipped with a Showa shock offering preload and rebound settings, while the SP variant upgrades to a fully adjustable Aleene's TTX 36 shock. Similarly, the base Z900 comes with KYB shocks featuring preload and rebound adjustments, whereas the SE gets an Aleene's ST46 shock. Up front, both the standard Hornet and Z are fitted with 4-piston Nissan radial calipers. The Hornet SP upgrades to Brembo Stylema calipers, while the Z900 SE gets Brembo M4 calipers. Both bikes share the same tire sizes for the front and rear. The Hornet has a slightly longer wheelbase, while the Z900 has a slightly taller seat. When it comes to fuel capacity, both come with a 17-liter tank. As for pricing, the Z900 starts at £9,699 for the base model and £11,299 for the SE variant. Meanwhile, the Hornet surprisingly comes in more affordable, undercutting the Z900 by £700 for the base model and £1,299 for the higher trim. On paper, the Hornet seems to have the edge over the Z900 in almost every way. Its Fireblade-derived engine delivers more horsepower and torque while still being lighter than the Z. It features a perimeter frame instead of a trellis design, has standard-fit forks with better adjustability, and the higher-spec SP trim offers more premium components like a TTX shock and Stylema calipers compared to the Z. The only thing the Hornet lacks is a 6-axis IMU, which is definitely a cool feature, but personally, I don't think it's a deal-breaker. What's really impressive is that even though the Hornet offers more in just about every aspect, it still costs less than the Z900. The price difference between the top-spec Hornet SP and the standard Z900 is just £300.